Yo, so I just look back into the Mother series. I just look back in this, and yo, yo, it has been so long. It's been so long. I'm like kind of throwing up in my mouth right now. Whatever, I'm hyped. It has been so long. I just saw these like little anime clips by this one channel. I don't even know who he is. I didn't even subscribe to him. I should go and subscribe to him. Yo, this thing has been up for like months, and I haven't seen it. And it was excellent. I've been waiting for this for like years for someone to do something like this. And people had their little spiffs that they had done before. This is excellent. This is exactly what 13-year-old me was waiting for, was looking for. This is beautiful. That was beautiful. But my god, the Mother series, I'm back. Yo, like I listened to the entire soundtrack of each game, and I used to be so into this. And I'm here, and oh my god. I was fanboying so much earlier. I was doing this, and I ended up like hurting myself. Like I hit my fist or something. Like I got really messed up. My hair, I think, is messed up. I don't care. I'm way too hyped. The suit probably isn't on properly. It does not matter. It does not matter because I'm too hyped for any of it to matter. Maybe my collar is adjusted wrong. Whatever. I don't care. It's too... Yo. Yo, I'm just looking back into it. And my god. My god. Yo, so let me slow down. Let me slow down. Let me slow down. Let me slow down. Let me slow down a bit. The hype will not die down, but the speed can slow down. So, oh my god, I just need to look back on it all. I just need to look back on it all. It's like looking back at Mother 1. And it's like, I think I might be more of a fan of Mother 1's story than Earthbound's. Mother 2, honestly. Like, I need to say it. I need to... I need to say it. I need to say it. Fall in love. Fall in love. The dance scene. That's one thing that anime has not done. The little anime clips. No fall in love. No dance scene. It's like the best scene of the game. Best scene of the game or the ending. Both are masterpieces. Both are masterpieces for NES standards. For NES standards, like what do you have? The best plot thing you have is like chaos in Final Fantasy 1. Oh, things are going to go on for eternity. Mother 1. The 8 melodies. Fall in love. You have this. You have, my collar. Whatever. Yo. Yo, you hear the 8 melodies. My god. Yo, I'm fanboying. I haven't fanboyed in years. Yo. Not to this level. Not to this level. Oh my god. Yo, it's been so long. This is the only series that can keep up with everything. It keeps up with everything. Everything is caught up with. Shigesato Itoi. You ever taken a look at Shigesato Itoi's Twitter? Yo, he's like completely epic. He's like, yo, absolutely epic. This is my man. This is the dude. He created a masterpiece and he knows it. And he's like, yeah, enough of this like gay Ness and Lucas stuff. No, this is my creation. You don't play with my creation. This is a serious man. This is the king. This is a king. We crafted these. Mother 3 is just like the perfect love letter to the fans of the older games. Even that it stands on its own. Like that's what it is. Like I was just thinking about it because I was just so hyped. And I started ranting about it to myself, and I'm just like, yo, video too hyped. Let's go. God. You have the very end, which starts with Mother 1's beginning theme. This is called Mother Earth, right? The title screen theme of Mother 1. You're walking through that hallway. And then it plays Pollyanna. And you get all these references to the past games. It plays Pollyanna on the Game Boy Advance. Oh my god. The fanboy is... it's just too much. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much. I'm just too hyped. I just got into it and I'm just here and it's just on his yo. So so, 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 you have Mother 1, and you got Fall in Love. We'll look past that for now. But you got Eve, yo, and then you have the ending, and then you have the 8 melodies, and oh my god. And that, of course, sets up Earthbound. You know, like Gygus and Gigu are the same, from what I can tell. I mean, I've always said this. They are the same. That's what they say. Gygus is an alien who then was like became God. What do they refer to him as? Like the supreme destroyer of all universes or something like that. Like a very epic name. But you know, like this, the same force that he has in Mother 1 is still there in Mother 2. It's the same thing. Although Porky probably is like corrupted by it. I mean, it corrupts like basic things in the environment, right? Like, that's what they say. Like the PSI energy of the aliens turns like regular forces evil, basically. So Porky probably would be the same thing, right? That he never actually uses PSI in series. Like he always uses these like contraptions. So he's kind of interesting because he's like a regular human. And you know, until of course he becomes immortal in that way, which I always kind of interpreted like he kind of like got some power from Gygus, because Gygus is an eternal being, right? So of course Gygus, he's at like very far back in humanity, so Gygus probably can time travel. So it's where I theorized Porky got the ability to time travel. Of course, when you fight him, it does the same type of thing where it says, "What did Porky do?" Which is similar to you cannot grasp the true form of Gygus' attack. Yeah, we're just getting started. You know, and I love that element. Of course, yeah, Mother 3, he just nails that. At the end of the game, he just nails it. You know, my hair is a mess. Whatever. He nails it. He nails it. Is that element. And call it fan service. I do not care if it's fan service. It is the end of the series. He is capping it off. He is bringing together these elements that made the series distinct, that made me enjoy the series. And I'm really happy about it. And I'm really happy about it. And it's not some contrived nonsense. No, it's wonderfully executed. It's not some Kingdom Hearts fan service trying to, rip the emotional threads out of me, after I'd been here for 10 years following your ludicrous series with, with ridiculous plot turns. But hey, let me just feel something out of Kingdom Hearts 3. No, this is this is a legitimate series. It's not forcing anything out of me. It's just moving me. It's just giving it to me. It just is. And it's just so good. And it's too good. And I can't even tell you why. In every reason it is as good as it is. I cannot tell you fully. But I can tell you it is good. I can tell you it is a masterpiece. I can't tell you how much of a masterpiece it is. I cannot compare it to other series on the same level. If we're talking gameplay as an RPG, most Final Fantasies, classic Final Fantasies are better. The Super Nintendo Final Fantasies, the PlayStation Final Fantasies, 8, but, probably better gameplay-wise than the Mother series, but, it's plot. I mean, the plot is technically not very detailed, right? It's not a very intricate plot, especially for Mother 1 and Mother 2. Mother 3 gets there, but it's a story unto itself. And that's one thing about Mother 3 is I mentioned fan service here, but you don't need to even be affiliated with the other Mother games to get Mother 3's plot. You don't need to have that to tear up at the end. Because you will. You will tear up at the end. But the main deciding factor is if you hear the 8 melodies from Mother 1 and you tear up. If you do, you're probably on the same page. You probably get it. You probably know. You probably hear. And if you just don't, maybe if you hear it, especially like that, God, the choir remix. I don't know what the official name of that was, but those remixes by like that choir, masterpiece, masterpiece. It was by like this Catholic church choir who's been around for like 1,000 years, like literally. So, that remix is too good. Again, if you do not cry at that remix, then you're probably just not on the same level. You're probably just not. You're probably not here. You just don't get it. You're out. You're in a different realm, and that's kind of like the interesting thing about it. Like I don't, I can't, I can't tell you why exactly I feel the way I do right now. Why I'm so hyped. No other series is like this for me. And I don't mean in terms of the fanboy, although that's probably the most severe here. But I mean in terms of how I love it so much, but I just can't tell you why exactly. I think the Mother series, I think it probably, out of the series that have the silent protagonist concept, the we'll just give you silence and you can interpret it as for what you want. Even though the side characters tend not to be silent, they generally tend to be that. They don't have much dialogue. I think the Mother series succeeds the most in making a compelling story with that silent protagonist concept out of any I've seen. Because, yeah, you can tell this made me feel some things with generally silent protagonists. The feel. Of course, it's not like it is completely. Fall in love. The dance scene would not have the impact if not for the dialogue. If not for the dialogue. Oh God, what is it? Oh, Nintendo, please. Oh. Too good. Too 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 good. Too good. Too good. Too high level. Too great a plateau to fully comprehend. Too good. Too good. I'm trying to comprehend. I'm trying to explain it, but I can't fully. But I gave that concept to you. I gave that concept to you. I can't explain that properly though, right? Why is it so compelling to me? Well, firstly, I can say it's it's all three games. All three games being what they are and existing as they are is like necessary for me to respect it the way it is. I can't respect each game individually as much. Maybe Mother 1 and Mother 3 I can, but Mother 2 I don't think I can. And even then, like the whole thing, I respect it so much because of all three. And it's so unique in that way, you know? Mother 3 has those nods. And they're so good. I mean, Mother 3, on its own plot, its own merit, probably is the best. I like Mother 2 the most. But I will admit Mother 3, you know, on its own merits, I think is the best. But I look at the Mother series as a whole entity. I really do. Which I don't for a lot of other series. I mean, to an extent, I do. But not to where my enjoyment of it is like this dependent on the interconnectedness of it. But even then, so, you have Mother 1. Like I said, I think I might like Mother 1's plot more than Mother 2. I do. I do. I like Mother 1's plot more than Mother 2. Oh, it's an NES game, I don't care. This plot, I mean, God, technically it's a simple plot, but, so you have Gaius, and he comes and attacks the Earth, and of course, the series is called Mother, and the Mother basically is just, from what I understand, a referential title to, like, uh, I don't know pop culture. What's his name? John Lennon or Elton John? I think he's like a gay dude, or maybe he's whatever, right? Something like that. But the term mother itself technically has no meaning. Most apply it to the theme that is very common within the Mother series, which is parental relations and love and kind of things like that. To simply say it, right? I mean, in Mother 1, that is highlighted the most. Because, of course, the ending, the ending, you sing the 8 melodies of, I don't know which version is better. I don't know if it's Mother 2 or Mother 1. Probably Mother 1. And then Gygus is reminded of his mother. Of his mother. Of course, we have George and Mary, right? And that is set up. And the game sets that up for you right in the beginning, and it brings that theme back. And you have Eve. Just yes. Just yeah. Just, yes. 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 But you have that. You have that. And that's the end. And I'm sorry, I'm throwing it. I'm just tossing it out. But that is Mother 1. And I like it more than Earthbound. I like it more than Mother 2. But it's difficult to say, especially in the case of Mother 2, why I love it so much. Why this is the most difficult one to say. My favorite game. Why do I love it the most? I mean, you have Porky. And this is, like, that's the interesting thing, because Mother 1, you have Gygus, and then Gygus comes back in Earthbound, and that's his final defeat. Mother 2 introduces Porky, and he's the end villain in Mother 3. And that's kind of interesting, the way that lines up. Gygus is not really in Mother 3 at all. Again, maybe Porky got some of his powers from Gygus. That's around it. The whole time traveling thing, maybe because of Gygus. Besides that, basically not in the game. So, actually, I mean, yeah, because if Gygus is the one turning creatures evil with his PSI, I guess Porky would need to have some of that to be turning creatures evil in Mother 3. So I don't know, maybe that theory is getting even more credence as I just talk. But yeah, Mother 2, you mean you have Porky, and people get it. The fans get it, right? The fans get it. The fans feel it. You have this distinct, like, Mother community, and they just into the games, and and they feel what I do, and they know what I'm talking about. You go to these comment sections for videos, or you see these tributes. Wonderful video out there. It's called the Mother Tribute. It's like 40 minutes, just a collection of images and the best pieces out of the series. If you're a fan, watch it. Watch it. Don't watch anything else besides it. Like, don't put on any music subsidiaries. Just listen, watch. Just go. just watch it. That's a classic video, and it's excellent, and it just shows off these elements of the series. And like I said, it's so difficult for me to pin down why I feel this way, why others feel this way, and I don't know if I'm just putting a voice into people who just have not spoken or can't, who are feeling the same kind of confusion as me, where I just love this so much, but I can't tell you exactly why I do. They'll either say that, or they'll just say I love it, or they'll give you an essay about it. And maybe I could give you an essay about it too. Ugh. Ugh. So Mother 2, you have Porky, and I love how this is handled. Of course, people like to observe the things. Porky comes back and he offers Ness, can we be friends again, basically. And Ness gives a silent response, then Porky leaves. And people either interpret that as he was joking, was not serious, or he was serious. And maybe he was half serious, even if, like maybe he was just kind of throwing out there. Of course, in Mother 3, they give these nice nods where you find like Ness's yo-yo or like Friend's yo-yo. It's like his most important possession. Right before you fight him, you get the hero's bat, the only weapon you can bring into the end of the game, by the way. You can get the magical stick. I think it's called a magical stick. Like that's Lucas's best weapon, but no, you bring in the hero's bat, because when I first saw that in the game, I had like a fangasm. I was like, oh my god, Itoi, you get it, you're here. Oh yes, Itoi knows. Itoi is the king. He knows all this. He knows all this. He knows what he's done. He knows what he's done. It's no coincidence the last theme in Mother 3, besides the love theme, when you're in that cavern place, it's a remix of the 8 melodies from Mother 1. It's like a distorted version of it. And of course, before then, you had that one super long room where you walk. If you're a true fan, you walk, because you walk in beat with the music. Mother Earth, Mother 1, first song, yes. Granted, the remix I don't think is as good as the actual 8-bit theme. I don't care. Itoi put in the respect, and he gives you Pollyanna. You can call me Pollyanna, say I'm crazy as a loon. I believe in songs and magic, and that's why I believe in you. Yes, believe in Itoi because he knows. And he hasn't made a game since. But he concluded it perfectly. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. The game barely came into existence anyway. It's going to be an N64 disk drive, slammed down, could not happen. But with the dedication, it came. And it's a masterpiece. It's excellent. Brilliant presentation. And the plot. Again, it wraps it around because these elements, right? These little things Mother 3 puts into the conclusion of this series makes the things beforehand better. And with more detail, either from your mind or just little things in the game or little things you read or little things you notice, it gets better. It gets better. It gets much better than on a surface level analysis. And I can only I don't know how to sum it up completely. I think I'm summing it up okay right now. But Mother 2, basically, that's a long-winded way of me saying Porky was great in Mother 2 because of how he is in Mother 3. Just like Gygus in Mother 1 is as good as he is because of Gygus in Mother 2. You see? You see? Are you getting it more? Are you understanding it more? I mean, you of course have theories. You have the theory that was it Dr. Andnet's? Jeff's father is Lloyd from Mother 1. Perfectly fine theory. I've, of course, had the speculation that, Ness is actually like Nintendo's son. I've had that speculation. Say what you will on it, but, I mean, yeah, God, does it? It plays Pollyanna at Ness's house. It plays Pollyanna at Ness's house. I need to think for a second. It does. It plays Pollyanna at Ness's house. Ness's mom could be Anna, absolutely. We never see Ness's dad, and Ness dresses and looks just like Nintendo, so why can it not be? Why can it not be? And you mention, well, Dr. Endinet's, he has like white hair, so clearly he should be old. Well, Lloyd had white hair. Who says Dr. Endinet's is super old? I don't think his age is revealed in Mother. Of course, back when I was making my fan theories, I of course back checked the wiki for all of this, so I probably know what I'm talking about. I haven't thought about it in years, but I'm looking back to this, and yeah, whatever. Like, you probably can make that theory, and of course it's designed that way on purpose. I mean, Earthbound just has a lot of those, like, trippy sequences, a lot of those crazy, zany stuff, most in the series. That's what stands out the most about Mother 2 overall. But it's just how it's in that middle ground, and it compounds the good things from Mother 1 and Mother 3, and you see the, like, interdependentness on how it is, right? Because there was a time, I think, yeah, where I had played Mother 2 and 3, and I had not played Mother 1. And my understanding of the series was not proper until I played Mother 1. Mother 1 is actually, like, legit. Mother 1, play it. Mother 1, play it. Use a guide, I don't care. Put up with the grinding, go through. And if you need to watch a long play or a let's play or whatever, check out Rise is fine, of course. I first got into these series with Nintendo Capri Sun's let's plays. Those are fine. I watched Nintendo Capri Sun, Mother 2 and 3, and then Cherry Conroy, Mother 1. I think that's a fine thing. I mean, Cherry Conroy's old let's plays on Mother 2 and 3 are fine. To this day, anyway. He did a redux of Earthbound, so feel free to watch any of that. Obviously, if you're not into the series, sorry for spoiling it. Like, I feel so bad that I've spoiled it. I'm very sorry I spoiled it, because this is one I would not want to spoil at all. Up there with, like, Berserk. Berserk cannot be spoiled. You've committed mortal sin, if you've spoiled Berserk. You cannot be done. Do not, never spoil Berserk. Never. You have a moral obligation to mankind on behalf of Kentaro Miura not to spoil Berserk. This is the same. Do not take that first experience from someone. Do not. You know the sacredness of it. Or maybe you don't, because maybe it was spoiled for you. But you don't know what it's like to get to Mother 3, and to get to the end, and to cry at it. I mean, people cry to, like, the whole end of the world stuff in Mother 3. You can. I did not. I cried at the end, though. I cried at the end, though. Of course I cried at the end. And then, replaying it. I cried again. Where did I cry? I don't remember. I cried, like, twice going back to it. And then, I watched that Mother tribute. Like, I'm just talking about, like, when I first got into Earthbound. Cried there. I used to cry a lot. You used to be able to put on just songs from Earthbound, and I would cry. Put on Pollyanna, I can cry. Put on 8 Melodies, I can cry. Like, I used to be there. When I was, like, 13, 14 years old, I was there. You can put on a song from the series, one of the good ones, one of the juicy ones, and you got me crying. It's on that level. It's on that level. It's on that level. And it's not on that level now. I have not cried today. I've just fanboyed. I'm not crying yet. I'm not crying yet. And it's kind of sad, because, you lose your innocence over time. I mean, that's what I need to say. What I would say is, I think the best time you can get into the Mother series is when you're, like, a tween, I guess. 12 to 15 around. I recommend that age. I recommend that age specifically for getting into it. I don't think I would have the same feeling I have now if I got into it later, or if I got into it earlier. I think it's right around that time where you should get into it. I really do. I just don't think you can have the same feeling unless you're around that age. I think it really appeals to that age. And yeah, there's some mature concepts in Mother 3, whatever. You can take it. I mean, we are literally shown, immoral insanity regularly. Like, you can take it. And you're gonna have to take it. Like, whatever. I don't believe in babying. And Shigesato Itoi does not believe in babying either. The series is epic. The series should be around that age range for when you get into it. And it's just, masterpiece level. Again, I don't know where I can rank it. Like, as a game, it's not on the highest plateau out there. I mean, in terms of plot, again, it's like the plot is what it's making me feel over here and what I'm interpreting from it. But maybe I can just say that's a good plot in general. Like something like Shadow of the Colossus, I think only has. I can only revere the plot of that game so much, not because of what it is, but because of what it made me feel. You know, because Shadow of the Colossus is a game that gets you feeling with experience, right? I felt so bad at the end of the game because it was me, because I put in that work, right? The game does very little to make you feel that with the plot, as in like cutscenes or whatever, right? So if you can say Shadow of the Colossus has a good plot, then why could you not say this one does, right? And if it's on that metric, if we're talking about, I can make that as a grade. It's not just like plot consistency and characterization and character development and blah, which I usually compare. But in this case, I just can't do it the normal way. I can't think of it the normal way. It's just different. Because I feel so much out of it. But I can't give you the normal, this is why it's good, details. I can't say, well, the characterization was very well, and this execution was very good. Like, I normally can say that. For this, I just cannot. I cannot say it the same way. It's zany, and it's different, but it's so good. Please get into it. But if we're ranking it on that, in terms of plots I'm into, in terms of plots I like, it's gotta be 8 out of 10 bare minimum. Because even if I can't explain why I love it, I do. And in terms of just enjoyment, just pure enjoyment, 10 out of 10. Pure enjoyment, 10 out of 10. On the aspect of plot. Gameplay helps that. I mean, whatever. You don't need, if you have a masterpiece plot, you don't need to have out of this world gameplay, but if you do, good. If you have good gameplay, good. Similar to Metal Gear in this aspect. Metal Gear does not have out of this world gameplay, but it has good, serviceable gameplay. This does as well. Good gameplay, enjoyable, good battle system, good. Even for Mother 1, I actually don't think it's that bad. I actually think Mother 1 is better than various other NES RPGs of that time. I would recommend Mother 1 over Final Fantasy 1, definitely. Final Fantasy 2, maybe I'd do that as well. Final Fantasy 3, probably not as much, but I actually think it's a decent game. I actually think it's okay. I actually think it's okay. It's a more functional game. The only problem is multi-toy plus grinding and finding your way around. But whatever, you can use a guide. It's an NES RPG. You should be using a guide anyway. But I haven't even captured all that. I can't capture all of it. Like, I could make a whole video just about the whole Mother 3 ending. And maybe I should, because that feels so different from what I'm talking about. Right? Because I said this, right? Mother 3, the ending, a person can cry who's never played any other Mother game at that ending. You know, Mother 3 has that narrative aspect on its own down pat. But it's got more than that. And the ending, I mean, it has a double impact. It has an impact as a fan of the Mother series and as a fan of Mother 3. Because they're kind of different, right? Mother 3 kind of has that quality to it. And that's why it was one of the reasons I say it is the perfect way of summing up the series. Because it ends those elements that you love as a fan, but it also executes its own plot wonderfully. And makes the series respectable to someone who didn't even like the other games for that reason. Right? It's why I say, like, don't get into it when you're too old. Or at least I encourage you not to, because I don't think, if you're thinking more with an analytical mind, I think you might not feel it in the same way. I'm feeling it now. And I'm trying to logically assess it. And I kinda can. It's kinda like this imagery association, and I look at this and I associate it with this, and I mean, it's kind of like people get such a hype feeling on like a Pokemon plot because they kind of overassess it, and maybe I'm overassessing it. Whatever, I'm loving it. Whatever, right? So this is like, if anything, it's really just me throwing a bone to the mother fans who can't, you know, they're in the same boat as me. They just love it. They maybe can't tell you why exactly, but they love it. They think it's just as good as can be. And I do. And it's been a while. It's been years. Been maybe 3 years. It's been 3 years since I've been as into it as I've been. I've looked back on occasion in that time, but I have not returned. And I'm thinking around about time. I'm making my return. I don't know when. I mean, looking back at games in general around this time in my life. And God, this is high quality stuff. This is a high quality series, a great brand of Nintendo, a great series, and a great story, I must say. If it's getting this much of a reaction out of me, like God. So yeah, this is the classic. I don't know how to rate it. I don't know how to rate it. I can't. I just can't. Like, I can't tell you if I think Mother 2 is the best RPG on Super Nintendo. I can't. I mean, I'm gonna say Final Fantasy 6. I need to say Final Fantasy 6, but it's like, it's good, but how good is it? I don't know. It's just good. It's good, and I love it kind of for like outwardly reasons, but the games themselves are still great, and playing them and experiencing that aspect is still great. Watch the Mother tribute. Watch the Mother tribute, or listen to like the 8 melodies, or there's that one like I guess it was like a 25th anniversary like animated thing of Earthbound. That's another thing. These little things that fans are putting out, great, and they help people kind of understand. And they help people express what I am feeling. Because I'm not an artist. I'm not an animator. I don't have any of this. I can just say and assess and write down and take notes and all that. And this is honestly something I can't factually assess the way I normally do other things. So I just thought I'd basically rant and just say, yeah, because I needed to. Because I needed to say it about this series. It needed to be said because this series is just it's worth me saying it for. It's worth the vouch. So please look into it. You know, various internet content will help you get more out of it. You know, from the fans of it, who accredit it. And I hope you get it. I hope you understand. Not only understand as in like empathize with me. Yeah, that's the right word, empathize with me. You just understand. You understand why us fans of the Mother series, because we're out there. We've been a bit more quiet in the past years I've seen, but we're here and we love this series. Why we do. Because I hope you can understand, because I hope you can be, it can make you as happy as it makes me. Of course. That's what it's all about. So, thank you for watching. It's quite the rant. It's quite the rant. It's good that I can actually record these rants now. Do subscribe, because, I'll probably be putting more things up like this. Like, I'm still hyped. Let me just, this is the outro. Goodbye. Farewell. This is the end. So, I'm going to take a breather. And you can take a breather. And you look at the Mother series. Thank you very much.